Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope this channel is actually helping you guys. And so if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time, yay, welcome. Do well to hit the subscribe button and let's code and grow together. Okay, and don't forget to also hit the bell button so you stay notified when I upload new videos. So in today's tutorial, I want to show you guys how we can actually get done with this more singly linked lists. Okay, now from the resources you get to find out that linked lists are more like a chain of memory blocks where you can actually run through checks and all that. So just do well to go through the resources if you haven't, and you will understand a lot better. Okay, so we go straight, and you should also take note of the general requirements. This helps you to know the things to implement. Okay, you can use this. You already know about all this, so Betty style will be in place and all that. So you're going to have your list.h file, and so we proceed. Okay, now at this point you have to take note of the repository to work with, and then the directory you're to create. So you have to go through this repository and create this directory inside it. It's more like a file. So I've gone into the repository and I'm trying to create the file right now. So you use your mkdir, and you can see that it says I already have the file already exists. So at this point, what you do is, now that you've created yours using your mkdir, then the directory name. Okay, the next thing you do is you do your cd into the directory before you start doing anything at all. So I'm just going to change this to cd and then hit enter. That's to move into the directory. So right now I've gone through the repository into the directory. So the next thing to do at this point is to create your readme file. Readme is a file that contains the project details. So you use your vi, and then I'm not going to take long in this video, so it should be less than 10 minutes hopefully. So just do your vi. Oh, come on. Hold on, let me pause this video because my network just scrambled it. Okay, so now the first thing you do is you create your readme. Readme contains all the files. Okay. Readme contains all the details of the file, the project you're working on. So you just do your vi space readme.md. Okay, now it takes you to the editor. This is where you input your details, and then when you're done you do your escape, shift colon, and then wq, and then you have successfully created your readme file. The next thing to do is to create. Now you're going to see the list of all the files I have. Okay, now you've created your readme, which is here. The next is to create your list.h. This is where you're going to input all the prototypes made available to you. These are the prototypes here. Okay, so these are the prototypes, and at this point you just come back to your sandbox or your git bash, and then you do your vi space, then you lists.h, and then you hit enter. Now this is where you're going to input all the prototypes made available to you. Okay, when you scroll down you see all the prototypes there. It's going to be in that list. Okay, so at this point now, when you're done, you just hit your escape and then do your shift colon wq, and you have successfully created this file, list.h. okay, now that you're done, you can notice that there are a whole lot of files here. Okay, now most of them where you see the main.c, this 0-main.c, 1-main.c, 2-main.c, those are these GCC codes. Okay, you can see them. Like this one now is 0-main.gcc. But before we start doing that, we have to work on the files individually, one by one. Okay, when you're done with creating this one, then you can create the main.c attached to it. You come to the next one, next task, read what it says, the instruction, so you understand, and then you create the file. And when you're done creating the file, just as you can see here, okay, now you now come and create the main.c file for this particular one. Okay, so at this point now you create the first one, which is this. You should know how to do that by now. I'm not going to really take much of your time. Like I said, we've done this over and over. Here you just type your vi space. I'm just going to do for one or two and then tell you what to do for the rest. 0-print underscore lists int dot c, and then you hit enter. Now this is the code you are going to input in that file for this question, task number 0. And then once you're done, you do your normal escape, shift colon, and then WQ. You have successfully created this file. Now what do you do after creating this file? Sorry, you do your git add space dot, do your git commit space -m space, then you give your instruction inside. Okay, you can just copy this, which is the task heading, and then paste it in here and then hit enter. So when you're done with that, you now do your git push and hit enter, and you have successfully pushed this file to your GitHub. Okay, at this point you've done that, you can now come and create your 0-main.c file by copying this and do your vi space, you paste the file name or you type it in, and then let me just do that for example now. vi space main, come on, it's not typing. So I think my network is a bit messy right now, but right now what you just do is when you create this file here using your vi, okay, the next thing you do is you copy this code exactly as it is, copy this code up until this point and paste it inside the vi or your editor, and then save. When you're done saving, you now come back here and copy this gcc code, copy it, and then you paste it here, and then you hit enter to run the gcc code. Once it's done completing, that's where you're going to get this executable file. For every task you solve and you run this main.c file attached to it, is going to give you one new executable file. You can see A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now that simply is something from all these places. You can see here, for the first one is A, the second one ends with a B, okay, the third one ends with a C. So that's how you do it for each and every. So you can see A, B, C down to K. So when you're done running the code, the gcc code, the next thing you do is you also do your git add. This has corrupted again, so you do your git add again, do your git commit, and then you do your git push. That's what you're going to do for each and every file you're going to create. Okay, now just a quick rundown, because this has corrupted. I don't want to stress myself doing all that process again. The first thing you do is, let me take out this. the first thing you do is go through your resources, and then you go to your repo, create the directory, okay, using mkdir, then directory name. Then you input your directory name here. So you now cd into the directory. Okay. Sorry. Now at that point, the next thing you do is you create your readme. Okay, and then the next is to create your list .h file. So after creating your list.h file, that is where you now start creating these files, and then do your git add, git commit, git push, and then you create the next one. So at this point you create at this point start creating the files and input the scripts. Okay, now you create the files and input the scripts. After doing that, create the files using your VI editor and input the scripts. Now after doing that, the next thing you do is you do your git add, then do your git commit, and then after which you now do your git push to push it to your GitHub. Now once you're done with this, you can now create the main.c file attached to every task. Then run the GCC code given. All right, so that's how you get that done. And after running the code, what do you do next? After running the codes, the GCC successfully, do repeat steps A, B, and C again, then create other files. So now this is step A. This is step B. and this is step C. Alright guys, so then create other files and repeat steps A, B, C. Alright guys, so that's how you get it done, and I told you I'm not gonna make this video quite long, so I think we hit it below 20 minutes, so we're good to go. So the files to the script to all these codes, the files are found in the box, my description box, in a file attached for you guys, so you can copy the codes and paste and then also look through to understand them better. Alright guys, so don't forget to subscribe. If this video actually helped you solve this task, please do well to subscribe. I love you guys, and that's the only way you can motivate me to keep doing this, okay? Because I believe when we code together, we grow together. You might be better than me tomorrow, and what matters is we are growing together. Alright guys, so don't forget to subscribe, like, and just comment and say, oh, thank you, I appreciate this, I like this, it helped me. Thank you. Cheers guys. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.